Hi, I'm Vicky Montague, the Freeform Fairy, and today I'm going to share with you my top tips for creating a cookery vlog. Okay, so there's quite a lot of different types of videos that you can shoot, and I chose to shoot ones where I basically teach people how to cook as I cook. So I try and explain the process, a bit like a cookery program on television, where I get all the ingredients and we weigh them out together, and I encourage people to do that with me. So there's that sort of approach, or you can go for an animated type approach where you use animations and a voiceover, or you could film the whole process and do it from different angles and then do a voiceover during the editing phase. And you don't even have to appear in the video that way. So if you're a bit nervous about getting behind a video, then just bear in mind that you can do cookery videos without actually even being in it. This might seem like a really obvious one, but the amount of times that I've done a video and I've thought that my camera battery was full or that the memory card was empty, and halfway through the process the whole thing shut down, and it really is off-putting. You have to start again. It's really annoying. So just charge your battery, clear your memory card before you start, and then get going. So if you're anything like me, you're going to have loads of different recipes, and it's quite hard to choose which one you're going to demo first. If you're starting off, then I would suggest demoing something that you either make regularly or something you're really confident with and is quite a quick, short recipe to do. So I started off, I think, with my pancake recipe, and that's my gluten-free and dairy-free breakfast pancakes, and I make them every morning for the kids, so I can do them literally with my eyes shut, and that was a good place to start because it gave me the confidence to carry on. So get everything together. You don't want to be wandering around the kitchen trying to find a bowl or a clean spoon or anything like that. Clear all the surfaces, get your equipment together, get your ingredients together. I find that because of the way I do my videos, I like to weigh the ingredients out as I go, because I'm encouraging people to do that with me. So it's kind of done as in how long it takes to do the recipe in real life. But if you're just wanting to show people how to do the recipe, you might want to measure out the ingredients so that it makes it all quicker. It's quite obvious, but quite a difficult one to do. Talking naturally to nobody is quite hard, and it does take a little bit of practice. I find it easier personally to not have somebody behind the camera, so I just have a Gorilla Pod that I set my camera up on, and then if I want to change angles I can move it around and then edit it out so that it seems like it's quite a smooth transition during the editing process. If you're more confident, then get someone behind the camera, because obviously it makes it more interesting if you can have some movement and different shots and some close-ups and that sort of thing. Any mistakes you make can be edited out, but my top tip really is to just press record and go for it, and any mistakes that you make, just cut them out at the end. If you try and start and stop, you'll find it's quite difficult and you lose your thread and you don't come across so natural. So just press go and go for it. Don't forget to keep mentioning your website. It's the most important thing, because if you're doing a video, you want to encourage people to go and look at your website either at the end or even halfway through the video, as long as you're keeping people looking at your things. So always mention your website at the beginning, and make sure that you put it halfway through or just refer to it for people to go to for the full recipe. This was something that I found really difficult at the beginning. Not talking too much and not talking too little, because you don't want pauses, you don't want long periods of quietness, but you also, if you talk too much whilst you're doing a video, it's really difficult to edit that out, because you'll find there are no gaps for which you can naturally cut and paste bits together. So if you're doing a video like mine, you really want to explain what you're doing as you go along so that people can easily follow the recipe and do it themselves. So talking through maybe why you're using the ingredients you're using, or what particular thing makes your recipe stand out as opposed to anybody else's. All those sorts of things just add to the interest and keep people watching. Make sure you end your video with a call to action. That's kind of terminology for go and visit my website, like me on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, all that kind of thing. But at the end, even if you don't say it, make sure you add a slide in with some text to tell people to do those things. So you've got your long piece of video, no doubt, and you need to then take that and get it onto your computer. Once you've got it there, you can do all sorts of things with it. And I use a free piece of software that's loaded onto all Windows computers these days, which is Windows Movie Maker. And if you've got a Mac, you can use iMovie, I believe, which is free as well. And it's a very simple process of cutting out bits you don't want, sticking them together. It's a bit like using a Word document really, and cutting and pasting things together. It probably took me a few hours to get to grips with how to use it, and now I find it really straightforward, and you can kind of make it as jazzy or as simple as you like. So you've got your edited movie, and you then just need to press the upload button on Windows Movie Maker and it will upload it directly to YouTube, which is fantastic. I'm sure the iMovie is exactly the same. And then you need to shout about it, you need to tell people that it's there. So use your social media channels, embed the video into your website, which is really straightforward from YouTube. There's an embed code that you can put it onto your website, and just make sure that you get it out there and you get lots of people viewing it. So you've got a camera and you've probably got a phone and you've got a computer. So what's stopping you? Get on with recording your first video. Hopefully with these tips it will give you a little bit of a push to do so, and I'd love to see your results. So please let me know if you do make one, and send me a link so I can have a look at it. And if you want some inspiration or you fancy checking out my videos, then visit me over on www.freefromfairy.com or go to YouTube and search for Free From Fairy there. Anyway, good luck with your projects and please let me know how you get on.